Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the premier shit-talking podcast show, whatever the fuck you want to call it, between two friends who are just gonna speak their minds, and no topic is left off the table. That's right, folks, it is the adult table. I, of course, am your slightly, and maybe slightly even more inebriated host, since the events of last night, although that's not entirely
I've been
true.
drinking since 2 o'clock this afternoon, so
Living
technically earlier than that because I went out to lunch too. So
the dream there.
Couple glasses of tranny fluid, and I've been on the vodka since about 2. So
Well, tranny fluid,
it's gonna be a good day.
Tranny fluid, Joey. That's a weird way to come out as sucking off trannies at a gas station glory hole.
I was just, it's just Bud Light. I was just drinking Bud Lights. They were on sale.
Oh, I see.
Buffalo Wild Wings had the Bud Lights for cheap today, so I had to go hard in the paint.
Tranny fluid, I understand it now. I, of course, am your host, Travis, joined as always with my co-host.
The tranny fluid to give you a little bit of a snippy.
Oh, all right. Oh, well, L'chaim, you get the circumcision there. The man with the circumcision plan, the vanilla gorilla himself, Mr. Joey Fats. How you doing, brother?
I am just, Trav. I woke up this morning beaming.
It's
been a good 24 hours so far. Because not only did the Patriots get absolutely fucking dick down in a Super Bowl, in a way I've never seen them get dick down because I wasn't alive. Well, I was alive, but I wasn't like old enough to watch the 85. Versus the Bears.
Yeah, I was going on 3 when that happened, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I was just
all.
about to. I think I just turned 1. Yeah, 1. And I haven't seen that ever in my lifetime, so that was great. And not only that, Trav, today officially marks the beginning of left turn season. So it is NASCAR season. We are back, baby. Daytona is on Sunday. I am fucking absolutely over the fucking moon happy that, like, I love the fact that football, I hate the fact that football is over, but I love the fact that NASCAR is starting, and now that means we're like weeks away from warm weather, even though we're probably going to get another fucking epic blizzard on Sunday. But we're going to watch the Daytona 500 on Sunday. We're going to get snowed in. It's going to be awesome. And then in a couple of weeks, it's going to be fucking warm weather. And I'm going to have a whole new slate of problems to deal with, like cutting my grass and dealing with my yard and all that shit. And I could not be more fucking thrilled.
Well, I'm happy for you having, left turn season come back up for you. I know that's big for you. You go to those events.
We got these left turn sodas, and when they start kicking in, it's like that meme, when the left turn sodas start kicking in, you look at the keys to your car and you just hear that karaoke version of Ball with the Ball by the two meth heads, that with ball with the ball, and it's just like, yeah. Shit starts everything just feels right with the world.
That's some good left turning shit right there,
Yeah, we're going to go fast and take lefts.
I'm going to go as fast as I can and I only turn left.
Ain't no other way to turn except left, you damn son bitch. Watch out for them clippings, though.
If you ain't turning only left, that ain't right. And watch for them clippings and God bless.
I ain't lifting till I see God or a checkered flag, whichever comes first.
Well, these days it could be a checkered flag that will jump out in front of these cars.
Yeah, it could be. We might see that someday. Suicide by NASCAR would probably be one of the most incredibly horrific ways to go. Well, like, imagine like some climate lunatic jumping the fence at like Daytona or Talladega where they're doing 200 miles an hour and just like jumping in front of the cars.
I mean, it'd be pretty close to somebody
splattered.
It'd be pretty close to somebody getting hit by a train not even going that fast.
I know.
Just because of the sheer weight behind
and they're like,
train.
I'm doing this to protest the use of fossil fuels and gasoline. And then they get just splattered into a pink mist. I mean, I would be wicked pissed if like I had bet on whoever was leading the race at that time and hit him. Yeah, that would really
like,
piss me off.
Shit, that fucked up my fucking. What, like, can I get a parlay? Like,
yeah, it's like, come on, I got to get a refund for that one. Jesus Christ!
I'm like, come on, you really? Yeah, but seriously. I mean, speaking of weird horrific deaths, I read a headline from last week. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Uh,
Very
Olive Garden employee stripped
oh,
down and
dude, the one that dunked himself in the fryer later.
went headfirst into a fryer.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! What a painful way that must be to go.
And seemingly for nothing. Like, I mean, it wasn't in protest of anything. It
Was it just like a prank gone wrong? Or
no.
something?
It seems that it was intentional suicide.
Jesus fuck, dude! Like, there's so many fucking less painful ways to kill yourself. Like,
Hot-
why would you
jumping-
do that?
Headfirst into a fryer later. Like,
That's like going feet first into the wood chipper. Like, we joke about doing that to pedophiles all
Right.
the time, but this guy just was like, "I'm gonna do it."
and some other people that tried, employees and at least one a customer tried to run and like help him. They got bad burns. They didn't die, thankfully, but they got bad from residual
Yeah, dude,
splash damage, literal
you ever-
splash damage.
You worked in kitchens, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've all worked in kitchens.
I've worked fryers.
Bro, fryalators are like they're like the scariest thing in the kitchen. The frylator terrifies me more than
Yeah.
anything. Like, I'd rather be on the fucking stove, the pizza oven, anything but the frylator. I fucking hated that thing.
Yeah, I don't
One
know
little
this.
drop of hot ass oil on your arm, you're like, God, Jesus, fuck.
It burns the shit out of you. I don't know the science behind exactly what would happen to say if you were to do what this guy did, or even like had your hand submerged in it. But it's not gonna end up well either way.
Right? Like, imagine like that would be a great way to like if like I was like a mob guy, right? And maybe I'm just thinking this way because I've been watching what's that show with Sylvester Tulsa King.
Right,
And
yeah.
he's a mobster, it's Sly and he's a mobster, and he does this with his jacket a lot.
Oh,
you know,
hey,
he's like,
hey, oh,
whoa, hey,
Hey,
cool,
that's great. You're great.
Hey, okay, all right. Hey, you work for me now, all right? And he does this all the time with his fucking coat. And but I would wonder, like, if you were in a restaurant, like, you're like, hey, we're gonna dunk your fucking hand in the fryer later, and you're like, nah, and then you just break his arm and then dunk it in the fryer later, and you're like, wait, what? Like, I don't know. That would be wicked painful. It'd be a really painful way to fuck somebody up. I mean, I've accidentally burned myself in a fryer later before. It sucks.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it was one of the worst pains ever.
I would imagine it at least sets in second degree burns almost instantly, and then third shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Jesus fuck, bro. Like, and then to dunk your head in there though? Like, dog, like, I don't know, man. That dude, he had to have been high on something.
I mean, say what you will about the people that have like self-immolated by pouring like gas on them and lighting themselves on fire. This is like a
The
whole
monks.
yeah. I mean, and that's horrific enough as it is, but this is even
Facts.
more like ridiculous and insane.
It's asinine. It's insane. It's lunacy. I mean, that's just like, I mean, there's death wishes and then there's like masochism, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, where does that even fucking rank on the list of like fucked up ways to kill yourself? Like,
And I'm against the whole concept of that. I've lost friends to suicide. I
Facts.
urge people to seek help.
yeah, no, I mean, suicide is definitely the last thing you should ever do. Like,
Mm.
if there's one rule about life, it's don't die. You know what I mean? Like, just stay alive as long
Survival.
as you can. Yeah, like that's the whole point of our existence is to do that. And I get it. Like, mental illness exists. You and I have, we've both had friends that have
Yeah.
been there, done that. Like, it sucks. It's a fucking horrible feeling. Terrible phone call to receive. Horrible news to hear. Like, and it's one of those things. Like, we joke around a lot on this show, but like one thing
Mhm.
I will say dead ass serious before we get into like the minutia of all the bullshit that we're going to get into tonight is that, like, if you are feeling that way, like, please call me if you know me. Please, like,
Same
reach out.
same
call
goes
me.
for me.
I will if you tell me like that's what's on your mind right now, like, I will drop whatever the fuck I'm doing and I will talk to you and make sure that you do to do anything I can to make sure that you don't do that. Like, it is, dude, it's just the worst. It just sucks. It fucking sucks, and it gives me, like, I don't get anxious much. I don't really stress out about a lot of things, but like there are certain things that'll make me anxious, and like suicide is one of them. Like, I dealt with it, a couple of times in my life, and I know you have too. And it's no, please don't. Just please, for the love of fucking God, let me talk to you before you decide to do that.
There's always going to be somebody there for you, and there's always
Yeah, regardless of
ways
no
out
matter
of
what,
any
no
situation.
matter what you think, somebody loves you. Somebody
Yeah.
does.
And there's always ways at the end of the day to get out of these situations that might seem overbearing, overwhelming, and insurmountable. Like all
Trust
things,
me, nothing is insurmountable in life.
they
Nothing.
too shall pass. It could be rough. It's gonna be rough in a lot of cases,
Yeah.
but it beats the alternative. And not to start the show off on a heavy note like that, but
Well, it just kind of went down. This is the adult table, right? This
Yeah.
is what we talk about. We talk about adult things, and sometimes adult things are not always funny, and laughable and jokey. I mean, we joke around a lot about a lot of stupid shit, and you know what?
Mhm.
We'll probably joke about suicide at one point again. But I would rather stick my dick in this fucking thing right here, and rather than have to fucking get the phone call that somebody I know and love fucking off themselves again. So.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. And now I'll let you get into a more joyous
Granted,
thing
I
for
don't
you.
think my dick would actually fit in that. It's not nearly thick enough. I mean, I might not be long, but I'm girthy. You know what I'm saying?
I also have a girth certificate.
Yeah, they call me Girthquake.
Oh shit! Here he comes. And that's not his foot.
Oh Lord, he coming.
That's not his footsteps. That's it slapping the steps as he's coming up the stairs.
I can hear my wife downstairs being like, "What the fuck? Nobody calls you that."
That's simply not true.
Shut up, woman.
Where's my sandwich?
Yeah.
But
God damn it, I'm hungry.
I'd like to pivot now to something where at least you'll get some joy out of the Super Bowl, Joey. Go ahead.
It was a great night. Honestly, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I did not enjoy it as much as I think I would have in years past. Simply knowing that had Bo Nix not broken his ankle, we had a great shot of hoisting the Lombardi last night, and that took a lot of the sheen and the luster off of my gloating.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I went as hard in the paint as I could on all my Patriot fan friends who talked immense amounts of shit to me after the AFC Championship game, and they're getting their comeuppance, and they'll continue to get theirs for life. But it definitely didn't feel it didn't feel as good as like when the Eagles beat Tom Brady and Belichick back in 17.
Yeah.
It didn't feel as good as when, they lost to the Giants in 2007 or 2011. Like, it just didn't have that same yes, they lost. Like, it was just, it didn't, because again, like,
completely different team.
Yeah, totally different team. I actually kind of like Drake May. I mean, I like Drake May a lot. He plays for the wrong team now, so I'm gonna learn to hate him over the years. But it's gonna take some time because I really liked him coming out, and I like him. I love it. I like him and his wife. Like, I think their whole little thing is like just so wholesome and cute and adorable, and I love that for them. That they get to do this together and all this other stuff. It's a great story.
Yeah, happy for them. He seems like a great guy. They seem like an awesome couple. Like you said, very sweet story. They've been sweethearts since seventh
middle
grade.
School sweethearts, right? Yeah. And that's fucking awesome. And I love that. And I wish nothing but the best for them. But when it comes to Sundays in the NFL, I wish nothing but the worst for them.
That's fair. That's sports.
That's just the fan in me, though. Not personally. I just don't want them to win. And I hope Drake May has a 15-year-long career and he gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and him and his wife can retire off of the money that he makes, and he has no significant injuries, no major CTE issues. I also hope they go fucking 4-12 every year. I just I that's it. That's all I care about. I don't want them to have any if he could be the next Dan Marino and just be like this great quarterback who never wins shit, I'm all for it. Cool. But no, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The game went basically exactly how I felt like it was going to go. I don't know if I said it on this show or if it was on Row One Seat One, which will be on tomorrow night.
Yep, check that out, folks.
But I think I said 34-17 was my final. Seattle winning, and I felt like it was going to be like one of those slow grind of a games where New England just felt like they were a step and a half behind the whole way, and it was never over until it was over.
Yeah, I thought it would be
pretty much exactly what happened. Like it,
just at a different pace.
No, I think the pace was actually perfect. I just missed on the final score. I gave a little bit too much credit to the offenses, I think, and not enough credit to the defenses. But I did say Seattle's defense was going to score, and that was going to be the backbreaker, and it was. I had that on my parlay. Unfortunately, nothing else hit. But well, actually, that's not true. I had Mac Hollins over 40 yards receiving, and Cooper Kupp over 4 receptions. Those hit, but my touchdowns did not hit because it was a very defensive, struggling game.
Yeah, I believe I said on here, if not, I said it to friends. It's going to be a battle of defenses, just like basically every playoff game this season has and most of the past. And it's going to come down to which one overall does better. And the Patriots' offensive line could not protect Drake May. He had very few times where he could scramble for yards. He had a couple decent throws here and there. Specifically, the 2 to Mac Hollins, but he just did not look comfortable. He was under pressure nearly the entire game, and when you turn over the ball like that too, it's especially if they get points directly on it. That's it. It was they had like again 2 fleeting flashes of like, oh shit, they might get something going. They couldn't get a first down to save their lives. They couldn't score any points until the 4th. And then it was just too little, too late. So I'm bummed that they lost, of course,
naturally,
as a Patriots fan. But I'm more than surprised and happy of how far they made it this season, given everything that they did in the offseason.
I mean, in y'all's defense, Patriots fans, like y'all shouldn't even been in this game to begin with, to be quite honest. I mean, I think and I'll get into this tomorrow night. I won't go into a huge sports tirade right now, but all I'll say is this. At no point during the year did anybody look at the Patriots and be like, that's the team to beat in the AFC. Like, they're the best team in the AFC.
No.
Like, that never happened. Like, this team got lucky against the Atlanta Falcons. They got lucky against the New Orleans Saints. They had the most incredible run of luck that anyone has ever seen in arguably NFL history when it comes to the Chargers having no offensive line. C.J. Stroud. I mean, the Texans, they could have, if they had punted the ball on 3rd down, they would have probably won that game. But they let C.J. Stroud throw it on 3rd down instead, and they lost. Then they get Jared Stidham in Denver in a blizzard. Like, it just, everything worked out for them until the clock struck midnight, the chariot turned back into a pumpkin, and we were left with that atrocious fucking game last night, which honestly was an awful football game. It wasn't fun to watch. It was painful. The only reason I was even remotely interested was A, because it was the Super Bowl, and B, I had a parlay on it. Like, other than that, I probably would have been watching Daytona 500 reruns by halftime because that game sucked.
Yeah, the amount of big plays that happened on either side of the ball for either team, you could count on one hand. It was pretty uneventful.
The fumble recovery for a touchdown was one.
Yep.
And then the Mac Hollins touchdown, it was like, all of a sudden it was like whatever, 19-7. You're like, oh,
it's like, okay,
all right, 12-point game. Like, here we go.
It's still two score game, but
Seattle was just like, nah. Because the thing is, like, you always had in the back of your mind too, you're like, yo, like, not for nothing, but bro, this is Sam Darnold quarterbacking the other team. Like, it's not like this is
he could see ghosts again,
Brees or Tom Brady. Like, this guy could fuck this up royally, and if anybody's gonna fuck it up royally, like, probably gonna be Sam Darnold, right? Like, you would assume, and then he didn't, and it just became kind of like, well, that was gay.
And he didn't have an outstanding game, but he also didn't make any mistakes, and
that's the key, man.
He didn't get sacked nearly as many times.
play mistake-free football. Yeah, I mean Drake May got sacked 21 times in 4 games
Yeah.
during these playoffs, and
Way too many times.
I said it last week on Row 1C1. If he gets sacked five times or more in the Super Bowl, then there's no chance they're winning it. It'll be a Seattle blowout. And even though the score doesn't indicate blowout, I think the feel of the game felt like it was
the play definitely was. It was a blowout in the sense of it was demoralizing. The Patriots didn't have an answer for nearly anything until second half of the game.
No,
and even then, Seattle had enough points.
Too little, too late.
Even then, Seattle had enough points to be able to be like, okay, we can give them some yards here. Maybe they get a field goal. Even if they get a touchdown, we can manage it.
I did love New England's philosophy on defense, though, early in that game, where like they came out and they were like jumping routes, like trying to get an interception and like trying to turn the ball over early and take one back to the house and get a quick score. Like I love that. But also when I saw them doing that, I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, they don't think they can win this game straight up. Like they're not going to go toe to toe with Seattle, and they know it. And that's fine. That's like whatever. Like I did say, I think Seattle's the more talented team. But you know, at the end of the day, the way that the Patriots came out swinging early in that game, I thought was brilliant. It just didn't work out. And if they had gotten one of those, you know, there was one pass, I think it was early in the first half, first quarter, I mean. I think it was a throw to the tight end, the one that ultimately, I can't remember his name off the top of my head real quick, but it looked like it should have been gone back the other way for 6.
Yes.
And somehow ended up in the tight end's hands for a first down on like a 2nd and 10 or whatever. And I'm like, whoa, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, and I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, like, what the fuck are you doing, Sam Darnold? Like, why are you? But Sam Darnold was dialed in. You know, the football gods were on Seattle's side last night. I think they were making up for they were making amends for 2014 when they didn't run the ball on the goal line. And it was what it was. It was a shitty game. New England was overmatched. I think if Denver plays that game, if Bo Nix is healthy, people keep saying like, "Oh, you're a fucking homer," blah blah blah. Denver wins that game last night. I'm sorry, because Bo Nix doesn't get sacked 6 times. Period.
And I don't have anything against Denver. That's why
I know you don't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah. I mean, we do have the common enemy of the Chiefs. That's the only team I really can't stand.
Fuck them, the horse they rode in on, you know?
So we have that common enemy at the very least. But, you know, overall, disappointing to see them win. I do think their future is bright. They have a lot of work to do in terms of the offensive line. They got to figure shit out there.
Yeah, they do.
But, I mean, they have a young enough staff overall, along with some decent veterans on there that are still, I mean, players.
We keep talking about the Patriots, like, you know, and here's my thing though, Trav, and this is the last thing I'll say about, you know, the game and the Patriots and sports. I'll save it for tomorrow night.
Yep.
The Patriots have a very good young quarterback. They have a great young head coach. Those two things alone are going to make them competitive. However, competitive doesn't mean AFC Championship is a given every single year. This isn't Brady and Belichick. This isn't 20 years ago. We'll never see that again. So the people, like, I get it. Like, you know, it's Drake May's 2nd year, Vrabel's 1st year. A lot of these Patriots fans are like, oh, yeah, we'll be back. No problem. I caution you to have that optimism. Not because I don't think you should, because as a fan, you should be always optimistic. As a fan, I think if you're a fan of a team, you should always be seeing the glass half full, and you should be looking at what the bright side is and what you can highlight and always stress the positive. Now, maybe that doesn't go for like Raiders, Browns, Jags, Jets fans, but whatever. They're not really people, so it doesn't matter. But my point is like I would just caution Patriots fans to say like, oh yeah, you know, we got a young quarterback, 2nd year. He was 1 vote away from being MVP, which is total bullshit, by the way, but whatever. You know, we're going to be back. We're going to be back. I'm like, careful. because the Buffalo Bills, they thought they were going to be back, and they were back 4 years in a row, and they didn't get it. And then they thought they were going to be back again after they blew that lead to the Kansas City Chiefs with 13 seconds to go. And Stephon Diggs stood on the field like, hands on his hips, watching the Chiefs celebrate. And they never got back. They never got close. Like, they got close, but never back. And, man, this league is so fucking competitive. It is so hard to win. And it is so hard to get to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. When you get those opportunities, you have to seize them. And when you don't, you risk losing all of it, because next year that locker room is going to look totally different. There's going to be different guys, different faces, different players. Maybe it's an improvement, maybe it's not. Maybe Drake May gets hurt next year. You don't know. Like, there's a lot of variables that go into a football season. Like, we saw the Patriots do what they did this year. We joked around about it a lot, about the schedule they played.
Yep.
And not for nothing, but it showed last night. They were not battle tested. They didn't have to play anybody. Like, if you thought you were going to score 13 points in the Super Bowl and win, you were out of your fucking tits. This ain't, you're not playing Jared Goff and the Rams and Sean McVay, into 2018 or 7, whatever it was. Like, nah, like, this is a different beast. This is a different animal. Like, you can't just go and assume that because you've been here before, that the other team's just going to roll over and give it to you.
Yeah.
And, I think the Patriots have a lot to look forward to. I also think the Patriots have to really, like, tamper their expectations. Patriots fans have to draw back their expectations a little bit, because, for the last 20 years, the AFC Championship was the Brady Belichick Invitational. Like, you got invited to play in that game against the Patriots for what felt like 2 decades. That's not the case anymore.
Right.
So
yeah, no, that's why I'm taking it as a realist in this situation. I'm surprised they made it this far at all.
I am too, honestly. I mean, just say, listen,
it shows potential and promise, but I'm not putting the cart before the horse here.
But
yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh, they'll definitely be in it next year. It's like, no, we'll have to wait and see.
This could be the last time we see the Patriots in the Super Bowl for 25 years. We don't know.
Could be. Yeah, we simply don't know.
Like, we just don't know. You just don't know. And that's the beauty of the league, but also the curse of the league, is that it is that fucking hard. I mean, the Broncos were one broken ankle away from potentially winning a Super Bowl this year. That's all it takes. Like, I'm sitting here watching the Patriots get absolutely annihilated last night, and I'm trying to enjoy it because I'm watching the Patriots get annihilated in the Super Bowl, which is something I've never been able to do before. And I'm, like, having trouble enjoying it, knowing that, goddamn, like, if Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle on a freak fucking play, we're in this game. Like, we're in it to win it. And we would have played Seattle much tougher than New England because we were a better team than New England was. But this, like I said, like I told somebody earlier today, if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon. And, if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, maybe we're in the Super Bowl. But he did, and that is what it is. So, anyway, I'll shut the fuck up now.
That's a lot of ifs and buts, and if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, damn right. And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my fucking uncle. So
exactly, and we might also have a better halftime show experience.
Oh my god!
Now, full disclosure, I didn't watch the official one with Bad Bunny, nor did I watch the Turning Point USA alternative. My girlfriend and I, hi babe, have decided we're just gonna watch like random YouTube shit. We'll just put on some YouTube shit and then come back to the game.
I almost put on South Park reruns during it, but I did turn over to the Turning Point USA one because it was on YouTube anyway. So I was like, fuck it, I'll tune in to watch it. But so you didn't watch either one, right?
Yeah.
So I did watch the Turning Point USA one. And let me tell you, as much as I despise reggaeton, and I think Bad Bunny sucks, which he does, I don't understand. I honestly, I'll never understand the people that are, like, fawning over him. They're like, oh, his beats are vibes, bro. Like
It's reggaeton. Literally every beat from every artist. Dun 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 dun. Yeah,
and they're like, no, that's not his beat. And then I watched like one clip of it, and it was like, boom, and I'm like, oh, there's that fucking beat again. Like, no shit.
they put other shit over it, but the beat remains the same. It dates back even to like Sean Paul's stuff, some of his stuff.
The only like Latin rapper or like Purdue guy I've ever liked was Pitbull, and because he made different shit, like he did different shit, like but this fucking Bad Bunny guy, I don't understand anyone who likes this dude and his music. I really don't. Like even my brother likes it, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fucking dope. And he's like, I don't understand shit he's saying, but I'm like, it's kind of dope. And I'm like,
well, neither do a lot of Spanish-speaking people. That quite a few of them say that he mumbles a lot of his words.
I mean, and that's fine. I would have no fucking clue as a non-Spanish speaking person. I don't know if he's mumbling his words.
And
it's like when I go read the lyrics to a Rammstein song. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, this song sounds like they're worshiping Adolf Hitler and the Holocaust. Meanwhile, they're talking about like big tits.
Yeah, because it's in German. In German, like Russian, those are two languages where,
so
regardless
aggressive.
of what they're saying, it's harsh. It sounds everything that's saying sounds, just like angry and like menacing.
Yeah, and it does. But so I did turn over to the Turning Point.
Yeah, why not? Sure, that's
halftime
fine.
show because I was like, fuck it. Like, I'll see what Kid Rock's headlining it. I'm like, probably gonna play ball with the ball. And like I said, I'm a few fucking adult sodas deep, so that sounds like a good idea. I was never a Kid Rock fan growing up. Like when he was big, I really didn't like Kid Rock. I kind of started to like Kid Rock like later in life. When I was like, all right, like he did put out a couple of bangers, you know what I mean? Like whatever. But like there's like 5 or 6 songs that I like by Kid Rock. That's it. I'm not like a Kid Rock guy.
Right.
Now, just because he's like he aligns with me politically, if you will, like doesn't mean I'm gonna like his music any more or less. Like that's not how I do things.
Right. Yeah. I don't.
I separate the art from the artist, and
Yeah.
I can still love Eminem even though he's a liberal faggot. You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
So he's still the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. And he does more than anybody's ever done in terms of skill and lyricist and whatever. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna just like all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, Kid Rock. Like I'm not buying all of his albums because it'd be like if Godsmack came out and they were like, we love Trump, and I was like, you know what? I'm the biggest Godsmack fan ever, and I'm like, that's a tough sell. That's a tough one,
yeah, they kind of suck too.
But you guys got like 2 cool songs, and then the rest is kind of fucking gay.
And now he can't sing like he used to. He's doing like weird clean vocals. He sounds terrible.
Yeah, I mean, well, they were never really a great band to begin with.
No.
They had a couple of bangers, and that was it.
And same with Kid Rock. I had his first album because I was in like high school, like freshman year.
When he came out in 1998 or 7, whatever it was.
And I was listening to new metal at the time. I'm like, oh, right, yeah,
dude,
who the hell's this guy?
Bizkit, Korn, Kid Rock, like that was all the rage when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Slipknot, all that stuff. So I was like,
when
all
Slipknot
right.
When Slipknot first came out, I was like, wait, how many members of the band? They're like 9, and I'm like, seems excessive. And they're like, listen to it.
And like 2 of them like just bang on like kegs.
Yeah,
and
like, super cool. With
and one's got like a really long dick nose, and he jerks it off. That's funny.
Yeah, it was cool. And you were like, all right, these guys are pretty sweet. And then obviously Slipknot, Corey Taylor's one of the greatest frontmen to ever live.
He's also a giant leftist dickhead.
Yeah, he is a lefty. He is a fucking liberal faggot. But that's what, like I said, I'll separate the art from the artist. Like, I don't hold it against Corey Taylor that he's a fucking liberal homo.
Right.
I enjoy his music. I think he's a great frontman.
And he's a very good singer too. He can
one of the best vocalists, metal vocalists of all time, really.
Yeah, he's very good. I give credit where credit's due. It's
but he's allowed to have his stupid political beliefs just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hold that against him in his music. That'd be like, I don't know, like what are we talking about? Like, oh, you find out like Tom Brady is a Trump supporter. Like, what are you gonna upend him and like, oh, I'm not rooting for the Patriots anymore. You're like, what? No, like, LeBron James, campaigned for Hillary Clinton. I still root for him to win, games for the Lakers.
Yeah,
Like,
he's not winning the presidency for Hillary Clinton by
yeah,
winning a
pretty much,
basketball game.
right. So again, I think people need to separate the art from the artist.
They
All that
should be
being
able
said,
to.
you should be you kind of have to these days, right? Because like, especially with Hollywood and movies and TV and all that bullshit, like you kind of have to be able to do that. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking hate most of the people.
Yeah, because
that you watch.
These are entertainers at the end of the day. Whether they act, they sing, they play a sport. That's what they should do. That's what you should care about, not their opinions on anything, really.
Like Billie Eilish looks like a goldfish in a human form. And she was like, out. And I'm like,
and nobody's illegal on stolen land, and all the things that have happened since then is hilarious. Like,
yeah, it really has been. Actually, we touched on that last week. And
yes, we did.
The funny, that has come like full circle. It's like she's just getting clowned on left and right, and it's like, yeah, you dumb bitch. Like, what'd you expect? Like, you were in a room full of people that you like that just blindly support whatever fucking stupid thing you say, and then you got out in the real world and you were like, oh my god, why is everybody so mad?
Yeah, talk about literally living in a bubble. She was within that bubble for the awards show. And then as soon as she came out of it, it was like, oh, why is everyone else so mad? Like, oh, shit, yeah, no, you're not in your echo chamber anymore.
Yeah, you came down from your ivory tower for 1 minute and hung out with the town folk.
And she still hasn't said anything publicly about it. Her brother has.
Well, she never will. She'll just shut the fuck up till it goes away, like, which is what they, smart people do.
Yes. But yeah, in terms of the Bad Bunny show, I didn't watch it because I was just like,
I watched, I watched the clips of it on YouTube and clips people posted. And there's two different angles I want to go with this. First and foremost, like, I don't give a shit who performs at halftime of the Super Bowl. I'm not here to watch the halftime performance of the Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm here to watch the game. And whoever happens to play at halftime, I really don't fucking care. I really didn't care when it was Dre, 50, Eminem, and Snoop a couple years ago. Just the same way I didn't care when it was Tom Petty back in 2007, or it was U2. Like, I don't fucking give a shit about the halftime show. It's just there. It used to be marching bands and horns and like whatever. And then they turned it into a big thing in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, because they were like, how do we get women to watch this so we get higher ratings?
Exactly. It's there for chicks. And I don't
and
give
very,
a
very gay men.
Yes, and they're limp-wristed simps. I don't give a flying fuck about the halftime show. I never really have. So for me to sit here and be like, oh, fucking Bad Bunny, and he hates America, and why is he fucking playing the Super Bowl? This is America's game. I mean, which is all true, by the way, which are all valid criticisms, right? Like, we have a series called America's Game.
Yeah.
And it highlights, each Super Bowl winner of each year. Like, the America's Game for the 2025 Seattle Seahawks will debut the Wednesday night before the Seattle Seahawks open up the season at home against whomever they decide to put there. That special will debut, and it's a great long running special now. They've done it for every single team in history, and it's awesome. It's a great show. If you've never watched the America's Game, whatever, like, go back, find your favorite team from a Super Bowl year, and watch the America's Game. They always interview like 3 or 4 people from that team. Sometimes players, coaches, whatever, and it's a great insight and a great look into what that year was like from the players and coaches' perspective.
Right.
That being said, we have a series called America's Game. We have a guy who comes out and says, I'm not touring in America because even though I'm an American citizen, I hate America.
Yes.
And then we put him to play at halftime of a game that we are going to now make a series called America's Game about.
Yeah,
Now,
I take issue with that, but also
I
him
mean,
not being good. But yeah,
well,
it's
yeah,
mostly him. Yes,
and the fact that he sucks.
uh, technically being an American citizen from Puerto Rico, uh, and
Which
that's
I
all
love
well
when
and good.
I
It's
love when
just
people think that like pointing that out is a flex.
it isn't.
When they're like, joke's on you. Puerto Rico's an American territory. He is an American citizen. You fucking idiot. And I was like, we know,
That's like saying
we
people
know.
from Greenland are Dutch. Like
Yeah,
it's the same principle.
right. Right, exactly, and not only that, but like, yeah, we know how this works, dude. Like, this isn't our first fucking rodeo. Like, goddamn, but that's the liberal elitist being like, thinking they got a one over on us. But um, I understand the criticism of putting Bad Bunny as the halftime show because he was hypercritical of America, not just. And I don't believe he was hypercritical of America just because Trump is in the White House. I think he's hypercritical of America for a lot of reasons,
Yeah,
even though they've given him his fame and fortune and allowed him to do the things that he's done. That being said, Trav, you're right. He's fucking terrible. Like,
it's
I
just
get
not
you. Like,
good.
they're like, oh, he's the number one most streamed artist in the world. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, just because third world countries got cell phones with fucking Spotify on it doesn't mean that, like, this guy is suddenly good.
Yeah, Spanish is spoken all over the world, and that's all well and good, and a lot of people like that music. I happen to not be part of that demographic.
And I don't understand. I can't, honestly, Trav, there's a lot, like, I don't understand how people like country. I really don't understand how people like reggaeton. I really don't.
I mean, a lot of country songs sound the same too, but as we just displayed, literally every reggaeton song has the same beat and sounds the same. You and I hadn't discussed that earlier. We both immediately started doing the exact beat that it is because we know it, and we don't listen to it, but we know it when we hear it.
It started with like Daddy Yankee like 20 years ago, and we were just like, and he came out and we were like, oh, okay, like, and it was cool. It was a novelty at the time.
Hey, it gets girls dancing. Okay, it's like, yeah.
You had 2 12s in the trunk. It sounded cool. And you were like, whoa, this is neat. Like, cool to go on a blunt ride and listen to some Daddy Yankee, bro. Like,
cruising the Ave. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it was like, boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom. And, but everybody's like, but now, like, you have these liberal white women who are like, you just don't know how to dance. And, like, it's just because you can't dance. And I'm like, bitch, you can't dance. Like, you can't even make a fucking sandwich. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know what are you fucking yapping about? Like, shut your mouth. Like, maybe if your husband was actually a man, he would close it for you, but you won't because now you're allowed to yap. Now, my problem with the whole fucking Daddy Yankee, Bad Bunny thing is the music sucks. So I turned over to the Turning Point USA thing.
Yep.
And then I'm greeted by like country singers.
Yeah, well,
which also fucking sucks. So I'm like, I'm like rocking a hard place here. Do I watch the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny and not understand anything? Or do I put myself through listening to these fucking fat, neck bearded, like just way too like cleaned up. I got jeans and boots on, so I'm country. And it's like, no, the fuck you're not. Like you're fucking like it's like calling Jelly Roll country. Like, shut the fuck up. Jelly Roll is not. No.
Same with Post Malone. He's not country either.
No, like, god damn it. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm just like, there are like 3 country artists I fuck with: Dwight Yoakam, Alan Jackson, and I don't know, like, name an old school guy. I guess, like, whatever.
Well, I mean, 2. Johnny Cash. Yeah.
No, Johnny. I don't even. I guess he's country, but I consider him more like he's outlaw country though.
But it's still country. It's country. Yes,
Yeah,
I understand. Yes, there is outlaw country. There's subgenres. But
there's subgenres of country, but like for the most part, like Brooks and Dunn or not Brooks and Dunn. They're old. What's the new one that everybody fucking loves? Morgan Wallen.
Right. I don't know if I can name a song by him.
I couldn't name a single song. All I know is if I hear it, I'm switching it. Like, that's it. Like, it's that shit is fucking trash. It's pandering bullshit trash. Like, it is just like Taylor Swift is high class white trash for white trash that think they're high class.
And she's not even country anymore.
No.
She started off like crossover country, like Shania Twain type stuff.
And Shania Twain sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she's good either, but like that's how she
Reba
started.
McEntire,
Now
on the
she's
other hand,
complete,
pretty fucking
like
good.
now she's complete pop megastar. Like, there's nothing about her country stuff anymore.
No.
I mean, I guess she occasionally does pick up a guitar.
But
The only
Trav,
good thing
you
I
and
can say about her is she at least does write her own shit, unlike a Beyonce
Sure.
who has like 18, 19 people on one song.
Yeah.
Not saying I like her stuff,
like
but
30. It took 31 people to write all the single ladies, all the single ladies,
Right.
all the single ladies, all the single ladies. You're like, okay, cool. Like it took 31 people to write that. Like what the
because
fuck?
Beyonce can sing, but she's a performer
Retarded?
before she. Well, but she's a more of a performer than she is an actual like artist. Like when it comes to
Yeah.
singing and
right, like
being
it's like me, like
a musician.
okay, like I can play guitar, but I am not a guitarist.
Sure, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like you as somebody who's played the instrument knows. Like, yeah, I could play a couple of songs on a guitar at a party. You know, I can get the chicks to, you know, take their panties off by playing Glycerine, you know, with 3 chords, and that's cool. You know, but as far as like being an actual guitarist, not even fucking close. Like not even close. Like I wouldn't even dream of putting myself in that man. Like I wouldn't even consider myself someone who plays guitar. I just know a couple of chords on a guitar. So cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Even though I have one hanging up behind me,
Mhm.
and it's a fucking sweet Epiphone Explorer, and you know it's metal as fuck, and it's ruby red, and it's glitter in it, and it's cool as shit. I haven't plugged that thing in probably 15 fucking years, 16 years.
Well, it's
No lie.
still got the Christmas lights on it, so it's serving a purpose.
Well, it does. I just haven't. I'm just still in a Christmassy vibe. I love the ambiance of Christmas lights. I really do.
I mean, it does add nice lighting, regardless of the time of
my
year.
My whole man cave downstairs. I went for like a Nuketown theme, so there's Christmas lights everywhere.
Okay, I like that.
Everything's got Christmas lights on it.
That's fine. If it's a man cave and like bar situation, hell yeah. That lends itself to that kind of lighting. It works.
It does. And like I've got Christmas lights all over the all over the ceiling, because it's like I said, it's Nuketown. It's Call of Duty, Nuketown.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's kind of grungy, dirty, but just like mapped out perfectly enough to make it work, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
You got the pastel colors down there too, or is it a different motif?
Just grays, grays and wood.
So aesthetically though, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, aesthetically it's very Nuketowny.
Okay, I dig it. Yeah, dude, Nuketown's, I mean, there's a whole reason why for
go
years
full,
they've had that as a 24-hour
full 50s pastels down there. Actually, maybe my next man cave I will. But this one's like just semi-finished, but I like the vibe. You know? Like a lot of people like the vibe of the halftime show.
Well, and a lot of people did not, and I can't comment on the Turning Point one. I didn't feel like watching that because I was just like, yeah, Kid Rock's
honestly,
on it.
Trav, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you.
It'd be okay, maybe,
anything.
but yeah,
you didn't miss anything. It was 2 fat fucks singing about country music, and then some bitch singing country music, and then finally Kid Rock came out. He did Ba with the Ba, and then he went and left the stage, and then reintroduced himself as whatever Richie Rich or whatever the fuck his name is.
The fuck is that?
His real name, whatever his actual name is.
I don't know what it is. I figured it was like Kevin something.
You wouldn't be far off. Hold on. Kid Rock, real name, Robert Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Ritchie. So that's his real name, and he came out like and did this like he reintroduced himself as Bobby Ritchie, and then did like this whole like Jesus fucking song, and like give yourself to Christ and all this other stuff, and Jesus is the only man. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, come on. I'm like, are we really doing this right now? Like, really?
Well,
Like,
you got to consider the audience it was tailor made for.
I know. They were playing to a crowd, and I get that. But like, everybody's like, "Oh, this is him reintroducing himself," because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he came out talking, he came out singing Bar with the Bar, talking about like hookers and propane and whatever and
Yeah.
meth." And then he reintroduced himself as Robert Ritchie, and he sang about Jesus. Like, this is his transition from Kid Rock to Robert Ritchie.
He's
And
shedding
like,
the Kid Rock skin.
yeah, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I get it. It's Turning Point, it's Charlie Kirk, it's religion. Yeah. I'm like, nope. I'm like, no, I'm not subscribing to that. Fuck you.
So
No,
I guess he turned his back on all his homies in Cell Block 6 then, because
he did. He really did, and that was actually the first thing I thought.
You're like, what about them?
What about all of his heroes in the methadone clinic? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
The geeks and tweakers.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? Like,
and all the chicks with beepers, goddammit.
Yeah, you can't kill off Kid Rock. Like, there's no Rogaine and the propane flows. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
bro? Like,
I mean,
you're forever young and young forever, and you're never gonna die. So, fucking act like it. You know what I mean? Like, but it was, dude. It was kind of fucking gay. And
cringe.
it was a little cringy. And like I said, like, I've never been like a big Kid Rock guy ever. Like, he just, like I said, he existed in a time where I was young, impressionable, and into music at in a big way. But he never like grabbed my attention. I remember the first time I saw him at the Summer Sanitarium tour in 2000. I was like, this dude's kind of fucking lame. Like, just get to Metallica already. Like,
you're like, oh yeah, this is all he does.
Yeah, and I was just like, why is he out here in a red suit and a fur coat? Like, I mean, now I appreciate it for what it is, and like, I appreciate the act, and like, I can go back and listen to like Devil Without a Cause or Ball with the Ball, like, and those are some bangers, like, no doubt. But like, when he did that song with like Sheryl Crow, that Only God Knows Why song.
Oh, put your picture away too.
I'll put your picture away.
Which, you know what? The first time I heard that, I thought they were covering like a Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton song, because it sounds like one of those. No, I didn't find it out years later. No, he and her wrote that, and I was like,
yeah,
that actually sounds good, because it sounds like one of those old country duets from back in like the 80s.
Right.
I was like,
it was well produced, it was well written, it was well done.
Yeah,
kind of fucking gay.
No, I'm not saying it isn't gay, but I was like, you know what? Good for them for actually writing that, because they fooled me. I thought they were just doing a cover.
Same,
because it sounded like one exactly like that.
Yeah, and it was just like, and then I don't know, like, I was never a Kid Rock guy, never really cared for him. I certainly haven't, like, people have like launched into like this Kid Rock fucking. Kid Rock is the man. I love Kid Rock. All of a sudden, everybody loves Kid Rock again because it's like, he's a Trump supporter, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I feel the same way I did about him 25 years ago.
Same. I thought it was funny that he shot a case of Bud Light.
Yeah, it was funny. It was a cool little gag. It was amusing.
It was funny, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, holy shit, man, I love this guy.
Exactly. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, bro, Kid Rock. Let me go buy all his albums on vinyl. Like, no.
No, I saw it and I was like, okay, yeah, fuck Dylan Mulvaney, but it's just Kid Rock doing Kid Rock things. I don't feel any different about him.
Loser. But yeah, you're right. Like, it was just Kid Rock doing Kid Rock stuff. Like, okay, cool. Like, and don't get me wrong, appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate the direction, and you know what? If it brings more people onto the right side of, to be on the right side of history eventually, all for it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with having an alternative. I mean, things like the Puppy Bowl and other stuff have existed for a number of years now as alternatives.
I watched the Puppy Bowl for like 3 hours yesterday.
I tried to find it on YouTube, and it was like, oh, there was like a subscription needed or something.
There was one. It was a. For lack of better terms, it was a retarded mini Aussie, and it couldn't walk. It would just like fall on its side, like try to run. It was super cute. And my brother has 2 mini Aussies, so I'm like, I have a really soft spot for him. and they would put it in like this little like thing with wheels on it so it could run.
Ah,
And it was super cute. And it died today.
no.
Yeah, it died today. It was on the puppy bowl yesterday. It died today.
They probably overworked that poor dog.
I mean, no, I think it was. Well, I think the puppy bowl was shot like weeks ago.
Oh, you're probably right, but still.
You know what I mean? But like, it was the dog didn't. The dog didn't
I mean,
make it. It
that
was,
might not have helped.
It was severely disabled. Like this dog was like, it probably shouldn't have been. I mean, almost like felt cruel that it was even alive. You know what I mean? Like to go through
Like,
what it was going through, but
kind of exploitative of them having it.
yeah,
And it's
but
like,
you're like, I don't know. It's a dog. Is it living its best life or not? Does it even know? Like, I don't know, man. Like
they
that
don't
gets
know
into
what
the whole-
football is.
Yeah, but that gets into like a whole nother thing. Like, you know, my wife and I talk about it all the time because we have a dog. My German Shepherd. She's gonna be 11 this summer,
Oh, wow.
but she still looks like she's 5. And we're like, how do you know, like, as a pet owner, when like the time is right to like let your dog go? You know what I mean? Like to put it down. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not talking like Christy Nome, like take it out in the fucking back behind the, you know. The
Well,
old
I mean,
style.
if you notice
But,
anything
like,
major, that's when you take him to get looked at,
Yeah,
and then you can
like-
get a diagnosis.
You know, like my wife's been through it a bunch of, like she's had, we both had dogs our whole life. We've been through it. I had one dog growing up. I didn't even know we put our dog down. My parents kept it from us. Like, oh yeah, we gave her away. She was living, and then I saw her alive like a year after my parents had given her away, and I was like, oh cool, she is still alive. And then whatever, my shit didn't work out. My parents had to put her down. Anyway, but like my wife has had several dogs, and she's had to go through this like, and it's like it's the hardest thing of like, because like you become selfish when you're like, I don't want the dog to go because I love the dog so much, but you're also like, it's suffering.
Yeah.
Like and it's like you know, it's like pulling the plug on somebody you love. Like, how do you know when the time is right? It's fucked up. It's a really fucked up part. It's the worst part of fucking owning pets.
Yes.
But the dog from the puppy bowl died, and I was like kind of bummed out about that today.
That reminds me of the dog from. You can get animal companions in the Far Cry series in certain games. In Far Cry 5,
Yep.
it takes place in like South America, Central America. You can get it's a dachshund, so a wiener dog, and he doesn't have any hind legs, so he has a little cart. His name's Chorizo, and his special ability is you send him out to enemies, and he's so adorable they're distracted by it, and then you can just murk him.
Classic bait.
They're like, oh my god, look at this cute dog. Oh, look at you. Oh, and then you
I'm shot in the face. Fuck.
Yeah, or you blow them up with a grenade, and the dog's fine.
Yeah. It's like the monkeys and fucking zombies in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh, and you can get legit way more badass like apex predator animals. Like you can get a crocodile.
Oh, yeah,
in
you
it,
get the crocodile. I've seen that. My brother used to play that all the time.
which is dope
and
as
he'd be
fuck.
like, he'd be like riding a fucking hippo or something. I don't remember. What
You
it
can
was.
do a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
and that's all badass. But the dog, and also you can outfit it with like rockets and shit, like eventually, because it's absurd. But it's just like the idea, like, oh, you lure somebody in with a dog, and then
it's
you
fucking, oh, it's so adorable, and you're dead.
and then you give him a treat, and he's happy. It's
But that was the turning point. USA halftime show. I thought it sucked. But nothing sucked more than the Bad Bunny halftime show. But what really sucks about the whole Bad Bunny thing, or Bad Benny as Roger Goodell calls him, because Roger Goodell is so fucking out of touch, he has no idea who Bad Bunny is.
Oh, that's like if Flo Rida played it, you'd be like, "Thank you, Florida."
Yeah, we had the state of Florida playing tonight. The rapper Florida. It's like
Or the
Flo Rida.
the wife from the Jeffersons, or no, it was Dynamite. Fucking Good Times.
He's dynamite.
Yeah.
The worst part about this whole thing, Trav, is, and I can't tell who actually likes Bad Bunny and who is just pretending to like Bad Bunny because it's like, oh,
fuck the right,
owning the Trumpers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, this is pissing off the Trumpers, and I'm gonna tell everybody how great Bad Bunny is. Like, I got into a disagreement with some kid, who I don't even know, by the way, but he's just like, I'll save my comments about his physical appearance, but He basically was like, yeah, he's like, oh, you fucking Trump people with your fucking fat hot dog eating fucking wives and this and that, not liking Bad Bunny, like whatever, blah 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 blah. Basically, like accusing everybody who didn't like Bad Bunny of just being like fat, overweight juckets. And I was like, yeah, my wife's not fat or ugly. I didn't like Bad Bunny. I think his music fucking sucks. And he's like, yeah, well, that's because your wife's mid.
What?
And I was like, oh, okay.
How do those things correlate?
Yeah, I was like, I'll tell you things you'd never say to my face for 2,000, Alex. Like,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's just so funny, like how defensive people have gotten over Bad Bunny performing at the halftime show, and the most defensive people and the most like riled up people
Probably aren't fans of his, really.
They're liberal white women who have probably never heard of him until 4 months ago when they announced he was going to be playing the halftime show.
Oh, I'm sure they know of. Even I know of him, but
well, same. I know of him.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
completely fucking retarded.
I think the genuine fans of his don't care what other people think about him, and they genuinely enjoy his music, and that's fine. To each their own.
Sure.
I think the rational ones in that demographic aren't being like, "Oh, fuck you guys if you don't like. Oh, you're racist." They're just like, "No, whatever. I like them, and if you don't, that's cool." Like,
no, there's a lot of people out there that are like, if you didn't like this halftime show,
you're racist.
It's because you're a racist, uncultured fucking jucket. Basically,
it can't just be as simple as I don't like that type of music.
Yeah,
regardless of who's doing it. If it was Snow from Canada, who did rap, Informer.
Yeah.
With a brilliant album title, by the way, of 12 Inches of Snow. Which probably not true, of course, but...
like snow like Canada.
If he did reggae, I wouldn't care. If it was a brown guy like me, I wouldn't care. Well, I mean, Bunny is brown, just a different flavor of it. But also, people are like, oh, if you don't like him... all the people that don't like Bad Bunny, but yet they're probably eating guacamole and salsa and maybe tacos for their Super Bowl parties. It's like, bitch, he's Puerto Rican. Those are Mexican foods. Who's the real racist here? And
exactly.
Just like I guess
I think Le'Veon Bell, the old Steelers running back, tweeted that and was like, using people hating on Bad Bunny while they eat chips, salsa, guac, and drinking tequila is wild. And I'm like, yeah, none of those things are Puerto Rican, actually.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not surprised that you're retarded enough to think that those are Puerto Rican, because all you do is lump all these people into the same category anyway. Because
they speak Spanish.
Yeah, they speak.
They're
Spanish.
Mexican.
Oh, there must be tequila and salsa. Like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Chimichangas, right? Okay, good. Yeah, good job. Just show me how ignorant you really fucking are. And I love all these people. They're like, oh, you. Like somebody said to me yesterday, they were like, "Oh, you're just fucking uncultured. Like, you've never. It's because you've never. You don't understand Puerto Rican culture." It's like, bro, I've been to Puerto Rico so many times at this point, I've lost count. And like, it's to the point like where I don't even venture out into Puerto Rico anymore because it's such a shithole. And I'm not even being like, that's not hyperbole. I was on a cruise a couple months ago, 2 months ago, and we stopped in Puerto Rico. I didn't even get off the boat.
You're like,
it's a shithole. The only thing that's there's one place that serves a decent pina colada, and the rest of it is just a crime, trash infested shithole. Literal fucking shithole.
Same with most of Mexico when you get outside of the resort areas.
Oh, absolutely. The only thing that's good about Puerto Rico is if you want cheap hookers. And I can tell you a funny fucking story about that. We found this couple. So we're in the club on the cruise ship one night, right? And this guy is sitting there, and he is getting, berated by his wife. Like, think of remember the South Park episode when Mr. Kim, the shitty walk guy, is yelling at Wing, and he's like pointing at the ground. He's like, and yelling at her. That's what this woman was doing to this man in the club, but they were both like seated in seats. And we're like, what the fuck? And me and my wife, obviously, like, we people watch, and we're like, what the hell's going on?
You're like, oh,
and this is the day we were in Puerto Rico. We're like, drama. So, long story short, we run into this really pretty blonde girl and her boyfriend. And he's a retired professional Olympic figure skater who now coaches for the Olympic team. He's Russian, Israeli,
And
and
he's not
they live.
gay?
No, he wasn't. He was no. I mean, dude, his girlfriend was smoking hot, and she lived in New York, and they met, and she was getting like she caught strays from this woman, and we're like, so we just kind of like inject. We're like, yo, like, you guys fucking wrecking this marriage? Like, what's going on? The blonde girl, I can't remember their names, but anyway, it doesn't matter. She starts telling. She's like, no. She's like, he came over, like, we were at the bar waiting for a drink. He said, like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 whatever. Like, totally meaningless conversation.
Yep.
And next thing you know, he's like, he gets a text on his phone. Who's the fucking blonde bitch? And she's like, I saw it on his phone because it popped right up on the screen. It was his wife, like 10 feet behind us.
And just staring daggers through him.
Yeah. Come to find out, the wife was mad because she had paid for 2 hookers to fuck her husband while she watched in a shitty motel in Puerto Rico. But the hookers wanted to charge her more to watch, and she didn't agree to pay.
And that's why she's mad.
And he wouldn't leave
Because
she had to leave because he's like, nah, I'm fucking these 2 hookers. You need to get the fuck out. And then they get back on the boat, and it's a whole fucking fight because she's like, I wanted to sit in the cuck chair, but they were gonna charge me extra, and so she was like, no, I'm not paying extra.
And he's like, well, I'm still fucking.
And he's like, well, I'm still fucking the hooker, so fuck you. And like, that's it. That was the whole fucking story. Like, and then she was super mad at him for kicking her out. She went back to the boat while he fucking spent like he almost missed the boat leaving too, which is the best.
He's like running, putting his pants on, trying to get back on the boat.
He's like,
oh,
hold on.
They're like, brr, brr. He's like,
I'm a little exhausted. Gonna need a Gatorade, you know. Like, and he gets on the boat and then they just fight the whole time. And then this poor girl and her boyfriend are just like these like innocent bystanders.
Yeah, they had nothing to do with it, and now she's texting him about her.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. And like I remember like we ended up talking, and every time we saw him after that, like we'd run into him on like the pool deck or whatever, and be like, hey, what's up? You guys ruined another marriage yet? Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, just for existing. Yeah, apparently.
And but that's all Puerto Rico's good for. So you've got like hookers, blow, cheap hotels, like, I don't know, like, other than that, the whole place fucking sucks. Like, I've been there so many times. I've never been impressed. I've never been like, oh, wow, really would love to spend a week here. Like, I can say of all the places I've gone in my life, the only 2 places I wouldn't spend a week in were France and Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Other than that, I could probably spend a week in anywhere else. Like France, because they're just fucking dickheads, and they suck, and the place is dirty. They're filthy human beings. God, I don't know why like we hold the French in like such high regard.
Their food is good. Damn. Other than that,
honestly, dude, Trav, not gonna lie, the food wasn't even that good. Italy, great. Spain, great. Yeah.
I'd rather have I'd rather go to Italy or Spain or Portugal.
I'm going to Portugal in October.
And have their food over French food in France.
Dude, France was fucking terrible. Like, it's one country that I could just, I'm like, listen, unless you're going there for a very specific purpose, don't.
Yeah, get a blowjob under the Eiffel Tower. Other than that, what are you doing?
Yeah. And even then, you go to the Eiffel Tower and there's fucking trash everywhere, and like, it's not even because it's like overrun with like third world immigrants, which now it is. No, the French are just dirty. They're vile, dirty people.
They don't believe in deodorant.
They don't believe in deodorant. They don't believe in trash cans. They believe in chain smoking and that cigarette filters are 100% biodegradable, which they're not. They just throw them on the ground or in the water. Like, we went to Nice, one of the most like picturesque places. You're on the boat and you're looking around. You're like, holy shit, this is like the Caribbean. And then you get onto the shore and you're like, why is everything so filthy? Like, there's trash bins just overflowing with trash. Ashtrays just like overflowing with used butts. It smells. It's gross. And then the people have the balls to be fucking mean and rude to you.
They're inherently snotty.
Yeah. I mean, I told one waiter, I was like, hey, listen, faggot. I was like, if it wasn't for my grandfather and fucking like, a bunch of his buddies your dumb ass to be speaking German right now. So why don't you shut the fuck up?
Absolutely, I can lay that claim too, because my grandfather on my paternal one landed on Normandy Beach on D-Day, so
Damn,
they can fucking.
that's gangster as fuck.
It is. I have his flag that they draped. He lived, obviously. He died of
Yep.
lung cancer when I was not even 2 yet. But my dad held on to the flag that they put over his casket,
That's sick.
and folded it up military style, and I have it in a case. It's
That's awesome.
It's
That's
like-
a fucking. That's like I have my great grandfather's bugle from when he served in the 101st with George Patton.
Holy shit.
When they were chasing Pancho Villa out of Texas.
yes, wow, dude, that's fucking badass.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, France sucks,
Mhm.
and so does Puerto Rico. So I don't understand why all the outrage about the fucking the Puerto Ricans.
It's because they have nothing else to say right now.
It really is.
And that'll take me into the next topic, at least for right now. It's fake outrage. It's the outrage du jour,
Faux outrage.
because last week or the week before, when all the new Epstein stuff dropped, of course Trump's named in it, over like 3,400 times,
Yeah,
5,000, depending on who you ask.
Well, of course,
The
he's
thing-
named in it.
Named in it. That's the thing. It
Yeah,
was Epstein
named.
talking shit
Not
most of the
implicated.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And if there was anything that could actually pin him to anything horrible, it would have been released years ago.
100%.
Especially before the last election. So they got nothing on that, so they had to attack him for a video that he posted about voter fraud, and then a 2-second clip of a frame of another
Mhm.
video that was made over a year ago, I believe, or at least last year, was spliced into it, and everybody on the left lost their minds because, again, they have nothing on him concrete with the Epstein thing, so we can't really call him a pedophile, even though we're going to keep calling him that with no
It just-
proof.
at
And
this-
back
at
to
this-
him
at
being a
this point,
racist
it's just
again.
like I said, it's just old hat. It's just so fucking. Just get over it.
And so now he's a racist again, even though he didn't post it himself. And
Mhm.
two, it was a 2-second clip of a video that wasn't even part of the thing. And they treated it like it was gospel. And this is what he said. They basically said that he literally was quoted as saying Barack and Michelle Obama are monkeys, or equivalent to. Meanwhile, they don't see the hypocrisy in them saying, what did he mean by this? It's like, what do you mean by thinking that the Obamas are monkeys? Doesn't that mean you think black people are equivalent to that? Says a little bit more about you than it does about the post, which
I mean,
led to is nothing. Again, it's nothing.
it's
That's
the most nothing burger we've had in a while.
And it's all I saw on X and other platforms, at least the ones that I'm on, where it's
All the libs were going nuts over it. They were like, "He's a fucking racist piece of shit," and I'm like,
for like
and then
3
immediately-
days.
and immediately, like, if you clicked on the post though and read like the comment, like the first comment was usually like somebody being like, "Actually, that's not what he posted at all.
Yeah.
You're wrong, and you're an idiot." And that was like, but that was usually like the second or third highest ranked comment. The highest ranked comment was always like, "Well, this is what happens when you elect a fucking Nazi." You know what I mean? It was some liberal white woman,
Yeah.
making her voice heard and getting famous on somebody else's coattails. Because obviously we all know that the story is way juicier than the correction or the truth. So in this case, like I commented on one of my friends that I played softball with, like posted it, and he was like, "Is this fucking serious right now?" He's like, "How could any of you fucking defend this piece of shit?" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Well, actually," I'm like, "You don't have to actually be mad about this." And I explained like what happened. And at the time I thought it was the suggested video at the end
Right.
that somebody had screenshotted, but apparently it was spliced into the video. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I thought too until you brought that to my attention. Yeah. correct.
So again, it could have been the former, and then somebody spliced it in at the end to make it like whatever. But like regardless, it wasn't the intention of the video was to highlight voter fraud in Georgia, which is a pretty big deal right now. And I said to my buddy, I was like, listen, I'm like, you don't need to be mad about this. I was like, I'm not here to defend or argue. You know, I'm just giving you the facts of the matter. Like, this is what it is. And it was, like 7 posts of like people being outraged, and then I commented on it and kind of set the record straight. And it just the whole thread went dormant. Like nobody even cared to be like, oh, all right, like my bad.
Well,
you know
because
what I mean? Like
they couldn't, admit it, and it's because what these people lack is context, or even doing any kind of due diligence to
context matters, bro.
Look something up on their own, and they take everything at face value, and they're just like, oh shit, that he did that, and that definitely happened, and it's true, and I don't have to like question it whatsoever or look into it myself.
Oh wow, he did exactly what I hoped he would do in my mind, and it just so happened that he actually did the thing that I was projecting him to do. It's like, do you really think life is that convenient? Like, you really think shit just happens to turn up like that? And like, I think Trump's a racist. Oh my God, look at this racist video he posted. What a piece of shit. You're like, and all the rest of us with like 4 functioning brain cells are like, that's not what you think it is.
Well, yeah, I saw the initial outrage of it, and I was like, whoa, okay, well, let me actually look into this. And I did. And within less than 5 minutes, I was like, oh, all these people
honestly kind of hoping, I was hoping he did post that video, because that shit was funny as hell.
It is a funny video.
Adam Schiff is the giraffe with the pencil neck. I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and
Hillary Clinton is like a warthog, was like an AOC, like
a donkey. Which makes sense.
There was so many good, like,
was it Harry Sisson as a flamingo?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Like, that shit was funny as fuck. I'm like, they should have posted that video. That would have been funny as all hell. Because if they had made like Obama the giraffe and the rhino, and somebody else, like, and left the monkeys out of it, everybody would have been, they still would have found something, but it wouldn't have been as easy of a layup, if you will. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And again, it's just like you said, Trav, it's fucking fake outrage, bro.
Yeah, and he didn't
one's actually mad.
Not only did he not post it, he didn't put the prompt in to make that AI video. Somebody else did.
Somebody else made the video.
I mean, it depicted Joe Biden as a baboon, and he pulled like a banana out of Kamala Harris, who was a turtle for some reason, out of her ass, and then he started eating it.
Because she's slow.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I took from it anyway.
Okay.
Because
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Slow. Slow to the pond.
Well, slow and steady wins the race. Well, I guess that means Trump was Gamera because he had rockets in his legs.
Yeah, no shit. He was the greatest fucking turtle of all time. He was Sidney Poitier.
Yes.
Gamera.
Against Mecha Streisand.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
Poitier. Sidney Poitier, my kitchen.
But yeah, like you said, it's just as I'll reiterate again, it's the outrage du jour for them.
Exactly. And
come this weekend, it'll be something else they're trying to.
Yeah, we go through this every week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there'll be something that'll come up, in the next 2 to 3 days that'll piss somebody off, or somebody will be able to take out of context again, because people don't realize, like, context fucking matters, dude. Like, and it's not my job as an adult to dumb it down for you to the point where you can understand it. It's your job as an adult to raise your level to understanding what is being said.
Right.
Like, it's the same reason why people get mad about comedy, because they don't understand the context. They don't understand that comedy is funny. It's meant to poke fun at people. They think it's offensive, and they're like, oh, no, you can't do that. You can't say that.
Where everything should be fair game.
It's right. It's like South Park used to be, like, the kings of this, where it's either all okay or none of it's okay. And then they kind of took a left turn, and now they're kind of gay, with chance of redemption still, but nonetheless, this last season left a pretty bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And that's just
ours included.
Yeah, like I've never been let down by that show a day in my life until this year, and it pisses me off because I'm like, damn man, the one thing I could fucking rely on, and you guys fucked me. You fucked me. Uh,
I
and it
told you,
wasn't because
don't you ever try and fuck me.
don't you? I told you, you little fucking monkey. Um, like, hey, Sauce, who you talking to? Okay. Um, but no, it's just like it used to be. Everything used to be on the table where it was like, okay, this is funny, and all's well that ends well. Like it's cool. But now it's like everybody's like, ooh, you can't say that. Why? Why? Why can't I say that? Why can't I call you a retard or a faggot? Like, who cares? It's a word. If it fucking bothers you, just like the halftime show of the Super Bowl was not my cup of tea. You know what I did as an adult with free will? I changed the channel.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking start a petition to get it fucking removed or banned or fucking fire Roger Goodell or whomever it was that put Bad Bunny as the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't care. You know what? There are tens of people that fucking pretended to like that show, and good for them. And you know what? That if they want to pretend to like it, all the more power to them. I don't really give a flying fuck.
Yeah, most of
I
it.
don't. I don't. So I changed the channel like a normal adult with free will.
Yeah, I chose not to watch it in general, and I know, just me not watching it, it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things
Of
in
course
terms
not.
of ratings.
And I'm not sitting here like
I
dumb
just
enough
didn't
to
want to.
pretend like that. I'm some sort of fucking like, oh, if I don't watch it, it's over for you. It's Clayton's for you, Muggsy.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to start
No.
like a ban on it, or I was just like, no, I'm just not gonna watch it.
Yeah, no. I and like I said earlier, I think I told you earlier, like I haven't watched a fucking halftime show of the Super Bowl since Janet Jackson's Titty came out. And even that one I wasn't actually watching. I just happened to be looking at the TV when it happened. Like I don't care about the fucking halftime show of a Super Bowl. That's for fucking chicks. They started doing this so that they could get guys' wives involved in the game and interested. That's it. It's the only reason it exists. So
there's been a few I liked, but like I did like the Tom Petty one. The Prince one definitely slapped.
I'm not a Prince guy though. See, like I didn't care for
I'm not huge on Prince, but I mean, goddamn, that was an amazing performance.
Well, it's like I think
I do like a lot of his stuff, but I'm not like, oh my god, Prince.
I don't remember if we talked about it on this show or I talked about it on Row 1C1 last week. But like everybody was like, "Oh, Metallica, San Francisco, Bay Area, Metallica, like they should have been the halftime show." And
I mean, it would have been perfect in terms of the location.
It makes sense geographically, like, oh, this is their hometown, like it would make all the sense in the world. But also, like, I don't want to see like Metallica condensed into 9 minutes. Like,
right.
You don't get the Metallica experience in 9 minutes. It is a journey that you must undertake.
No, you're gonna see them do a 3-hour set, and
like, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I think if they had done like a Metallica E40 Too Short Mr. Fab collab show, I think that would have been fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like, let's take the best of the Bay Area rap and then throw in the gods of metal themselves, and like mash it up and make it funny.
Yeah, make it interesting.
It would be cool, but again, like that would have been it. Like, but that's it though. Like, no, like I'm not interested in that. So, and even then, like it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna watch it because it's all people I like, but then again, I'm not getting anything out of it because it's not long enough. It's not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need a taste of E40 and Metallica. I've been listening to them for 30 years. Like, why would I want to just see them for 9 minutes?
Now throw that combination together and make it like an hour-long special or something on like a streaming platform.
Like 10 years ago when Metallica did Too Heavy for Halftime, and they did the whole concert in San Francisco the night before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I still think is one of their best set lists ever.
And it's because it was allowed to be its own thing and not just the halftime show itself, which, like you said, isn't very long.
Correct.
They cram in so much. Like,
you're shortchanging it.
I enjoyed seeing the Dre thing because of how many people he had there with him that year. But they crammed in everybody so quickly, and it was well produced. They did a lot with that set. It was kind of cool what they did with it, but It's just never long enough.
Right. It wasn't. It was like it was just enough to give you like a little bit of a hit, and you're like, oh, cool, it's a little dopamine hit, little throwback, little back to the old days, 2003, and you're like, oh, this is sweet. But like, listen to this set list that Metallica played the night before the halftime show, the night before the show, Super Bowl.
Lay it on me.
It was so they went Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fuel, King Nothing, Ride the Lightning, Kirk Hammett guitar solo, Unforgiven, Memory Remains, Sanitarium, Sad But True, bass solo, Wherever I May Roam, One, Master of Puppets, Battery, another Kirk Hammett solo, Fade to Black, Seek and Destroy, Whiskey in the Jar, Nothing Else Matters, Enter Sandman.
All bangers.
If that is not like one of the most perfect set lists I've ever seen in my entire life, I don't know what is. Like it the whole thing slaps, and you're not gonna get that experience from a halftime show.
No.
Like it's too quick, it's too fleeting. And I think the thing that pissed me off the most about this halftime show is it wasn't Bad Bunny and the fact that I despise that kind of music. Like I don't think it's good. It's right there with country music to me. Like I think they're both shit.
Yeah, it's just not for you.
What pissed me off was the people that were like, "Oh, you just didn't get it because you're uncultured." And it's like, and the people trying to act like, "Oh, you didn't." Yeah, the same people that didn't understand Bad Bunny's performance are the same people that didn't understand Kendrick's performance last year. It went over your head. You're the problem. And I'm like, no. I'm very well equipped to be able to see the writing between the lines, or if you will, if there is any, and understand what's going on. They were just both shit. Sorry. Like,
Yeah.
I like Kendrick Lamar, or did like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I liked him a while ago.
Yeah, he was really great for a long time, and I still do enjoy some of his music. I thought his halftime show was shit.
They make
like,
it.
You didn't get it, and I'm like, cool. Guess I didn't get it then. Whose problem is that? Like, if it didn't appeal to me, the guy who's paying to see it, then who's it appealing to?
But they make everything about race when they have no argument to make. They can't
Correct.
possibly fathom that you just don't like that type of music.
No, you didn't like it because you didn't get it, or you're racist. And I'm like, no, I'm not racist.
Well, I mean,
I just didn't like it.
On the same hand, on the other side of the coin, you could say to them, well, you didn't want to watch Turning Point's thing because you don't like white people.
Yeah, because you're racist.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I don't watch people who promote misogyny and Nazis. And it's like, well, yeah, they're none of those things, but okay. And like, yeah, okay. I've got some stuff you should read. Okay.
It's performative outrage for the most part on their
it always, Trav. And dude, it goes back to the Renee Good, Daniel Pretty bullshit. It's all performative outrage. No one actually gives a fuck. They just want you to think they give a fuck so they can get a pat on the back from their other faggot liberal friends and say, like, good for you.
Yeah.
You're so empathetic and understanding and culture. Look at you go. You go. You're so good.
Thanks.
And it's like, thanks. And then it's just like, dude, you guys are fucking gay. Like, sorry.
Straight up.
But you're fucking gay. Like, just, dude, go suck a dick already. Like, that's how gay you are. And that's not disparaging to gay people. I think people who are gay are perfectly cool.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that are in the closet that, pretend not to be gay that piss everybody off when we in fact know you are in fact gay. So go suck a dick, shut the fuck up, because it'll occupy your mouth and we won't have to listen to you. Perfect.
Yeah, and be loud and be proud, or don't, be you.
You get the dick in your mouth that you've been so craving, and we don't have to listen to you talk. Perfect.
Yeah, how about just be honest with yourself for once?
Yeah.
Because your projecting is,
be honest with yourself.
Glaring.
And tell everybody Bad Bunny's fucking music sucks, and you don't really like it. You're being forced to like it because that's what the mainstream media told you to do, because you're a little fucking sheeple.
Same goes with Billie Eilish and all these assholes that think that their level of celebrity means that their opinion is more valid than somebody else's.
Oh, I know.
Meanwhile, they're the biggest hypocrites on the planet.
Yeah, they sit in their ivory towers. You know, I'll always go back to the Ricky Gervais Open,
The Golden Globes,
the
yeah.
Golden Globes a couple years ago.
Oh, well, he tweeted last night or the week before when Billie Eilish said her dumb thing during her acceptance speech. All he said was, "I guess they didn't listen," and then crying and laughing emoji.
Yep, and they didn't. We didn't listen. We didn't listen.
Yep. No, don't use this platform. For
come up here
for whatever stance you want.
Thank you, God.
Take
get the fuck off.
Yeah,
the
thank your agent. Thank whatever God you believe in, and fuck off.
Yeah, you're in no position to lecture anybody from your ivory tower. Like, seriously. And that's what it's come down to too. Is like, I love all these people too that you have sitting here. Like, they you know, they talking all this big shit about fucking, you know, we should be fucking, you know, empathy and this and that and caring about people and blah 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 blah. And it's like, bro, like, all of your problems in life have been self-inflicted. Like, you have done this to yourself. Like, you were an alcoholic? Yeah, because you couldn't put down the fucking beer. Like, maybe you should have noticed that when you were like 18. And
yeah, maybe a couple of people forced you to, or like coerced you, or peer pressured you into funneling.
No, that's all fucking free will, bro.
But yeah, it all comes down to that.
Yeah, like your whole life, all of your life struggles are self-inflicted.
Yes.
You did nothing. None of this was like burdened upon you. Like, you're just a fucking loser.
It comes down to another.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And get on with your life. Nobody cares.
It comes down to another virtue that these people don't possess: self-accountability. It's everybody else's fault but their own. Why
accountability has gone out the window a long time ago, sir.
Unfortunately, it has. I'd say even before 2016.
Way before. I mean, listen.
2010, I remember being like, "Oh, Occupy Wall Street, that's fucking stupid." And then friends like, "Oh, what do you mean? You like all these rich people having the money?" I'm like, "Well, most of them earned it."
Yeah,
and they can do whatever they want with it, and they employ a lot of other people. So what are you talking about?
It used to be fuck millionaires. Now it's fuck billionaires because all the people who are, you know, saying fuck millionaires are like, well, hold on, we're millionaires now. Like,
Bernie Sanders.
Let's chill out with the millionaires. Let's fuck the billionaires though. Fuck those guys.
The Sanders, the Pelosi's, the career politicians, the Schumers.
Yeah, exactly.
That have been doing this.
Like, you know, my grandfather was a millionaire, so I was always like, no, I'm not going to subscribe to that because I saw what my grandfather went through, or at least I know what he went through, like heard it, you know, secondhand, obviously from stories.
Right.
But like, my grandfather was the youngest of 9 in an Irish immigrant family that came over. Like, you know, he was basically a second generation. Like, I think he was born here, but most of his siblings weren't, and they came here from Ireland, settled in New Bedford, like. And my grandfather's the youngest of 9. His dad was killed when he was, I think, 8 or 9 years old.
Jesus.
And in a bar fight, got cold clocked, fell, hit his head, died. And it was back then, it was just like, another drunk Irishman, fucking dead, whatever. Throw him in the river. And that's what happened. And then my grandfather ended up having to, he got a job at a meat market, and he would bring home the scraps, fed the family, so on and so forth. Lied about his age, joined the Navy when he was 17 years old to fight World War II, went to the Pacific, came home, became a lawyer, and became a self-made millionaire.
Now that's the American dream.
Exactly. So when people are like, oh, fuck millionaires and fuck people with more money, I'm like, no, fuck you. Like, if my grandfather was able to do it, and he provided me, the roof over my head right now and everything else was set up inconsequentially by him.
Yeah.
In one way or another. This is I pay my own mortgage, I make my own money, I pay my own way, so to speak. But a lot of where I'm at in life is because of my grandfather.
Yes.
And what he did to get me, to get my family in the position of where we're at. And that's never lost on me. So when people are like, fuck millionaires, I'm like, no, fuck you. Just because you're not one doesn't mean they're all shitty people.
Exactly. And the same goes for billionaires. And they also don't understand. And your grandfather did it in a time where there was far less resources for anybody to do anything, let alone...
He busted his fucking tits. I mean,
literally working his hands to the bone.
My grandmother busted her ass as a nurse while my grandfather was going through law school at BC,
Yeah.
which back in the day, like, wasn't like it is today. Like, you had to actually like fucking earn your way in.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about, because not like my grandfather had like connections or like whatever, but like my grandmother and grandfather fucking tag team that shit to get their life to where it was so that they could live a comfortable life.
Mm-hmm. And to
And
provide for the family, and like as you said, maybe you inherited some of that in terms of like, basically just stability.
like
Therefore, giving you all the opportunity
I'm blessed
you
as
needed.
hell to have, blessed as hell to have had my grandparents on both sides, truly. But my mom's parents were like, my grandfather was my hero. Like, growing up, like, he was my hero. He lied about his age to get into World War II. He was stationed in the Pacific. Like, he did gangster shit at an age that like I couldn't even fucking fathom.
Right.
Doing gangster shit at, and then came home and became a self-made millionaire and a lawyer. And I played golf with him all the time. I mean, there was at one point I was playing golf with him 4 or 5 times a week.
That's awesome.
And I got really good at golf. And the only reason I got good at golf was because my grandfather was a fucking member of the country club that he fucking got himself into because he earned and busted his ass to get there.
Yeah.
So all this stuff like came back to me, and like I'm like, and not to sit here and wax poetic, but like it just it irks the fuck out of me, especially when I see people like my cousins who are like who have become like full blown communists because they went to certain schools that just indoctrinated them.
Yeah.
And they're like, this, and I'm like, what's funny is like, yo, like, not for nothing, but like, y'all, you wouldn't even gone to that school had it not been for your millionaire grandfather. So shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah,
shut the fuck up.
You wouldn't have had that opportunity otherwise. Unless, but by some other means,
because he wasn't telling you where to go. He was just footing the bill.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he still wanted them to do what they wanted to do, and he financed it because
I mean, well, indirectly, but nonetheless, that's
sure
neither here nor there.
Well, know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, Travis, like when I see these people, I sit there and like, oh, fuck millionaires and fuck billionaires. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. Like, sorry, like you're so fucking lazy and you're a miserable piece of shit in your own existence because you don't have the things that you think you should have. Like, does this country have its problems? Of course it does. Like,
yeah,
which
one doesn't?
Yeah, I'm not sitting here saying we're fucking perfect and we can't improve. That's what we're always working towards.
Mm-hmm.
But you people keep voting these people in that keep telling you like, yeah, millionaires are terrible. Meanwhile, they're like, like, keep it coming. I mean, don't do that, but keep coming.
Well, like you said, they can put the blame on billionaires now that millionaires are no longer the big problem.
Millionaires are so passe.
And they don't realize, all the dumb people don't realize, like somebody like Elon Musk, their net worth isn't liquid. Like, they don't understand what money.
Yeah, they can't
it's all stocks.
They can't just like go to the ATM and be like, "I'll take out $10 billion, please."
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's tied up in
stocks, bonds, all
bonds, companies, like LLCs, like all this shit, dude. Like, it's their net worth. It's not a dollar.
And granted, they can liquidate, a great amount of that. But
not all of it.
Not all of it, and even then, there's risk involved in taxes, and they already pay
they're
their
going to lose
fair
a shit ton
share
of it if they do that. So it's like, yeah, no. But again, leave it up to the poors to fucking criticize the rich because they don't understand how shit works because they're low IQ.
It really does come down to that. Yes,
it really is. I mean, like, listen. Do I wish I had more money? Do I wish I had chosen a different career path and done something different with my life? Sometimes.
Yeah,
but
who
also
hasn't
I look
thought
around at my life and I'm like, dude, I'm pretty fucking happy. I mean, my job is pretty fucking kick ass. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I enjoy the fuck out of my job. I think I had my first bad day at work where I was actually like in a bad mood at work because of work this week. In 7 years I have had one bad day.
Somebody finally called you a screw.
Yeah, right, exactly. Somebody finally pissed in my cornflakes and I took a bite, but other than that, like, and even that, I got over it. And midway through, like 4 hours into my shift, I was over it. So it was like, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is, dude. Like, it's just not that big a deal. But do I wish I'd done more? Maybe sometimes. But I have a lot of fun with what I do. So
Sure.
it's called not being a self-loathing piece of shit and having a positive outlook and a decent attitude. But if you don't have those things, yeah, of course you're gonna fucking hate the guy that's got more than you.
Yeah, well, you
It's
can't
called being a fucking hater. You fucking poor broke bitch.
and really yes, you're right, and it's also you can think about the past and what may or may not have been, but it's
Sure.
important not to dwell on it. Focus on the now and the future.
Yeah, because
you can literally do anything that you can put your mind to. So as long as you're able and willing to put the work into it and the time
absolutely.
and the effort,
and not and like we're
make
not
it
trying to
happen.
we're not trying to turn this into a TED talk, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, Trav, like it could be worse. You could be one of these fake, phony journalists who work for the Washington Post,
Right, and I
who
think
just
that's
got-
a good
who
place
just
to
got
end it on.
shit-canned.
Because guess what? As much as I don't like Jeff Bezos, hey, good on you, buddy. You bald
Yeah,
fuck.
well, when your newspaper is losing $100 million a year because nobody's buying or subscribing to it because all you put out is fake news bullshit, yeah, some shit's gonna get downsized, and you can always tell. And Trav, we know this. We preach this all the time, right? The flack is always heaviest when you're right over the target.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that the Washington Post has been under fire for a long time because all they do is post bullshit rhetoric. Like they don't actually report news.
It's
They're
a left wing rag, and there are right wing rags as well.
Exactly. Absolutely. And you know what though? Those right wing rags, those go away because you know why? Because you know what the right doesn't do? Subscribe to them.
Yeah.
Because we sit there, we look at them, and we're like, "You're full of fucking shit. Shut up." Like we know when we're being bullshitted, and we don't buy into it. The left love to be bullshitted.
Yeah,
And
I'll
they will
laugh at a
feed-
New York Post headline every once in a while, but I'm not reading that shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm not. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to read the rest of the article? Subscribe here for $1.99 a month." And I'm like, "Absolutely fucking not."
well, he saw the writing on the wall because WAPO, just like any publication, now most of them are modernized, obviously, but especially dating back to print, when they all started, they are based on ad revenue. If they are not getting ads, they aren't generating money other than subscriptions. And now
what a novel concept.
I believe these firings are due to, quote unquote, lack of funding or financial loss. So, got to trim the fat. It's probably because they're losing advertisers, along with subscribers.
Yeah, both probably. Yeah, it's a
I'd say
healthy
both.
combination of both. And all these people that work for the Washington Post and I love the people that are coming out and like defending it, and they're like, journalism is dead in this country. Trump is killing journalism, and I'm like, Jeff Bezos is a billionaire, and he's killing. It used to mean something to be a journalist. I'm like, yeah, it used to mean something to be a journalist.
Yeah, they had
what
integrity.
The Washington Post has been doing for the last 20 years is not journalism. It's propaganda, and people have wisened up to you. That's why you're not. That's why you're failing. You're not failing because people hate journalists. You're failing because you're full of fucking shit, and people figured it out.
Yes.
And now they're not buying you anymore. This is called capitalism. If you fucking shovel shit in my face, or you piss in my face and you tell me it's raining, and eventually one day I go, awful salty and acidic for rain.
Oh, you
And
got
then
to
I
drink
look and I
more
go,
water.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not rain. That's piss. I'm gonna turn the other way now. That's called consumerism. Like that's selection. That's natural selection.
Mhm.
You failed. Your whole outfit was a failure. And if you go back and look, and I wish I
True.
pulled some up just for the sake of the show, but like I didn't. Some of the fucking headlines over the last 10 years that the Washington Post has put out there, like that were legit headlines, and like, like talking about how fucking like oh, is red meat racist? Or is going to the gym make you a white supremacist? And you're like, wait, that was a real article? And they're like, yup. If you lift weights and digest protein, you're probably a white supremacist. And you're like, what?
Huh?
So being healthy is white supremacy? And they're like, yes, you must be a fat black bitch like Lizzo, otherwise you're a racist. And you're like, well, guess I'm a fucking racist then. And then people automatically they caught up to the shit, and they figured out what was going on. Now they just don't care because you've called people racist and Nazis and all this other shit so much. Those words have lost all their meaning.
Ad
Nobody gives a
nauseum.
shit anymore.
They don't. It's just blanket terms for anybody they disagree with, and it's not even. I mean, it's reaching like slanderous levels now where they're like, oh, the president is a pedophile, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, and if you support him, you're a pedophile. It's like, look, if I could afford a lawyer, I would just sue the shit out of you right now because that's fucking slander. Like you,
Right?
that I'm not calling anybody a murderer without any proof, or a conviction. So
True.
It goes the same way. It's just a different thing that
It's just
we'd
a
be
different,
saying.
yeah. And it. But again, Trav, like we've talked about it before. Like, I mean, we've got our old history teachers from high school calling us Nazis, and it's like, well, like Jim, you know us, you taught us, you educated us, helped educate us.
Well, I mean that's a stretch.
You know damn
right
well
there.
we're not actually Nazis. Like, you're just saying that because you're either doing it to be obtuse, or you're just shit faced again and shit posting on Facebook. But like,
Yeah, he hit the J and B a little too hard again.
yeah, like regardless, like pretty well that we're not. Well, you're showing fascist tendencies, and it's like that's a bit of a stretch there, buddy. Like I don't. I've met real white supremacists, and I really don't have much in common with them. In fact, they tried to kill me once. So, yeah, no, gonna have to go ahead and disagree with you on that one. I can say I've probably met more white supremacists than the average bear, real ones. And let me tell you, they're not friendly people.
Yeah, no, you have to deal with them.
They don't like you just because you're white. Like, you have to subscribe to their beliefs and their shit. Otherwise, they'll kill you just the same as they would anybody who was black or brown. So
shit, that sounds a lot like the modern day far left right now, does it not?
Doesn't it though?
If you don't completely 100% agree with their warped ideology, you're an enemy.
Weird how that works, isn't it?
Regardless of what you look like.
Yeah. It's interesting. Fascinating, actually.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, it's a real chin-stroking event. It's insane. But I don't feel bad for any of these people that lost their jobs at WAPO and then have gone on X and other social media outlets to complain about it and cry about it. And I love seeing the comments of people just being like,
we fucking hate you.
Yeah, you suck. I'm glad you're stuck in like wherever country you are right now because they're not flying you back.
Yeah, one chick was like, she's like, I've been reporting on the Ukrainian Russian war for 4 years, and they just fired me via teleconference this morning, and I'm stuck here. And it's like, well, maybe you should have done better reporting.
I mean, if you were like some real good journalist that people gave a shit about, I guess. And it's not like she's taken hostage. That'd be a whole nother thing, of course. Be terrible, but that's not what's happening. She's
probably sitting in fucking Kiev or whatever the fucking capital of Ukraine is, and she's probably fucking going to
in a hotel,
lavish dinner parties, and getting plowed by fucking Ukrainian dudes every night, and having a blast.
It could be that good. It's probably somewhere in between that and like terrible, but either way, she'll be fine.
She's fine. God, Jesus Christ.
Basically, she just needed to book her own flight out of there.
These people will drive like 3 hours to get close to a war zone where they can hear like gunfire and explosions like way off in the distance. Yeah. And then they'll drive back to like the capital and they're just like, anyway, did my reporting for the day. Ooh,
shit, for all we know, that her and some of the other people might have flown to Italy and now they're watching the Olympic Games.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them, dude. I don't give a shit. Journalists, again, no matter how much you think you hate the media, it's not enough. So,
now it's easier to anybody with a phone can claim being a journalist now. So
apparently, so can Don Lemon.
So yeah, that piece of shit. But
You can
it's
raid a church during service and be like, "I'm doing journalism." It's like,
oh, and it's funny
it's not
how
gonna fly.
one of the people turned themselves in and completely dropped the dime on him. And
Oh,
it's
I
like,
know.
oh yeah,
It was
no,
great.
I coordinated with him to let him know what was happening. He was part of this. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just being a journalist there, like an impartial observer, which he clearly wasn't even in his own
Clearly.
footage. Uh, so, yes, of course, he got released last week. We already talked over that
Yep.
when it happened. But yeah, he's going to be facing charges, as he should. Because
I hope he goes. Honestly, I hope he has to do time. That'd be great.
it wouldn't be much, but at least, I mean, prison for him would be like Club Med, but with, anal sex. So he'd love it.
No, you're gay. You're gonna love prison.
He'll be dropping the lemon
It's
soup.
like that. Remember that episode of
Intentionally.
that episode of The Office where like Kevin's like trying to tell Oscar how much he would love prison.
I don't know. I never watched it.
Oh, you never seen The Office?
I watched the British version, the
Oh,
OG.
The Office was The Office was with Steve Carell. That was a great show. I mean, I caught it like right in its prime.
I watched Parks and Rec, but I didn't watch The Office.
Parks and Rec was also good. A lot of similar characters, but like The Office was actually pretty fucking fantastic, dude. Honestly,
I've seen clips of it. I'm sure it's fine.
It's like Parks and Rec, just a different scenario.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's one of those things. It's
when
like,
it took off, I just wasn't into it, and then by the time it was like done, I was just like, okay.
so
I know all the memes. There was
you
the
know how
Super
I
Bowl commercial last night with the guy. I was like, if this guy doesn't drop the chili, then what is the point of him being in the commercial? And then they have him and his clones carrying the tub of chili, and he didn't drop it. And I was like, ah.
Nah. I gotta say the commercials last night kind of sucked. No really memorably funny or good commercials last night.
The one that sticks out to me that I did get a chuckle out of was the Guy Fieri one, because he looks he looks so weird without the facial hair and like a bad toupee on.
Yeah,
and I do like him in general. Like
same.
Triple D is a fun show. He seems like a nice guy,
yeah,
and
definitely.
And all that shit. But other than
that is money right there.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, yeah.
I like the Ben Affleck, Dunkin' Donuts, Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
That one was pretty funny.
Oh, and the Andy Samberg Hellman's mayonnaise one was kind of funny.
I don't remember that one.
It happened towards the end of the game.
Okay, maybe it might have been.
He was probably playing like a Wayne Neil Diamond impersonator and like squirting mayonnaise on everybody's sandwich, and then at the end he's like, yeah. They're like, oh, that was great, and he's like, yeah, I'm so lonely. Like it was.
Yeah. That I liked the fucking what was it? The one with Ben Stiller where he does like the flip off the top of the stage trying to get more attention.
I saw some of that because I don't
even know what the commercial was for. It was just kind of funny.
I was probably talking to the lady while that was happening.
Obviously, the Cadillac F1 commercial was great. Because they debuted their paint scheme for the 2026 season.
Okay, that's something you care about. That's great, Joey.
Yeah, that was motorsport stuff. Other than that, yeah, I was like, yeah, the commercial kind of fucking blew Chunks, and Chunks was not my dog.
Right. That old joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw you blowing Chunks. Oh, yeah, Chunks is that dog.
Chunks is my dog.
You fucking bestiality fuck.
Yeah.
We had casual bestiality jokes in middle school. That was,
they
just had to be there.
They were way too casual.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, like, oh God, no wonder why we're the funniest fucking generation of fucking human beings.
In the last one to not be 100% soft. That I can't. Well, no, there are still soft people from our generation, but you know what I mean.
God, yeah, dude. Well, yeah, most of them are parents now.
We're the last ones to be like, hey, you got to come home when the street lights come on, sort of thing. Like after riding your bikes.
Yeah, that shit went out with us for sure.
Yeah,
for sure went out with us. That would. By the time we graduated high school, cell phones were very much a thing.
and I didn't even get one until I turned 21.
I didn't get one until I was a freshman in college.
Basically the same thing in terms of time wise. Like,
I mean, I was a freshman in 03. Was
no,
my
I,
freshman
I
year.
started driving as soon as I could, and I didn't have a cell phone, and I was driving my Nana's car.
Oh, trust me, dude. I remember my '89 Accord blowing up on Route 18 because it popped a radiator hose on the way to a fucking Eastside Paintball Indoor, where the Wamsutta Mills are,
Oh yeah.
and we were going down there to practice one Wednesday night or whatever, and I popped a radiator hose, and we just had to figure out how to get the car home and not kill it. And well, we made it to practice, and then we figured out how to get home from practice, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's what we did. I mean, no cell phones, no YouTube, no nothing, just
Nope.
kind of flashlights and figuring shit out.
If you're lucky, you had at least some basic tools in the car too. But
I always
chances
had
are
a tool. I always had a toolkit, at least like some duct tape, a pair of pliers, and some hose clamps, because I mean, my car, this was 2001, 2000, 2001, and my car was an 89, so it was 12. It had been sitting for a long time, so there was a lot of things that could potentially go wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like,
never once got a tune-up. No tune-ups. I don't even know what that is.
My dad had it run through like before he gave it to me for Christmas. But like they didn't replace all like the hoses and everything else that were like dry rotted because they've been sitting for years and all that shit.
Yeah, and those hoses crack, and they become brittle over time.
And that's exactly what happened. We had a cracked hose. We patched it up with duct tape, put it back on, and limped it home.
Frontier medicine, man.
That's how we did it, baby.
That's how it goes. But I think that's all I have to say about all of that shit. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think we're good there. I got it's like I said, I'm excited. It's left turn season, so
you got that to look forward to. I think there's like a spring league football coming up. It's not the XFL. It's something else,
honestly,
right?
Couldn't care less. Football's done for me until September. So
that's fair. But I mean, if it's on and I happen to be at a bar while it's on, I'll at least give a glance to it and be like, all right.
Nope, won't even do that.
Like, I'm not even going to entertain it.
Nope, not even going to do that. I've seen that movie before. I know how it ends, and it's stupid. So
might as well play in an arena, call it Canadian football. It's not the same.
At that point, I'd rather just watch baseball. So, fuck it.
Okay. Hey, fair enough.
But is what it be.
It be what it is.
It be what it is, and it is what it be. You heard?
Goddamn right. Hey, that would have been a better halftime show.
Yeah, on deceased canines, blood relative.
Hell yeah. Well, that being said, folks, thanks for watching, and
appreciate it.
Do check out Row 1, Seat 1 on Tuesdays.
Tomorrow night is going to be a lot of fun. Believe you me.
If you're a fan of hearing Joey talk shit, holy shit.
Him
and I have an agreement where, an unspoken agreement where we don't really rip on each other. Sports-wise, it's very much a gentlemanly thing. If you want to hear Joey really go off on people, tomorrow's the night, folks.
Tomorrow's gonna be lit. I'm promising you that. I have a just treasure chest of massive dildos that I'm going to shove in people's asses tomorrow night. So, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. And the thing is people will hate me for it, but they can't say I'm wrong. Can hate it, but they can't say I'm wrong. So. Is what it be.
Hey, such is life, and such is the way of the adult table.
Absolutely. Good talking to you, Trav. See you next Monday.
Same as always. Great talking to you too, brother. And we'll see you all next Monday.
Yeet. Can't wait.
Yeet.
Peace.
Later. And thank you, Kelsey. Love you, babe.